This week we check out some really cool spots in Marmaris. We tour local bays and caves. We save someone from having to go to hospital. And we learn, what? You need a license to poo in Turkey? We are John and Ali, the Barefoot Doctors, sailing and travelling around the globe. Join us as we share the adventure and explore the beauty of the world. 'Cause life is better barefoot.
It's the white dolphins of the turquoise coast.
Did you say dolphins?
Yes, white dolphins.
Oh!
We dinghy into the enchanting coastal town of Marmaris, Turkey, where a kaleidoscope of experiences await us. As we step onto the shore of the Turkish Riviera, we find a true gem of the Aegean, a destination that promises a feast for the senses. We just love waking up to the exotic sound of the call to prayer echoing through the village and across the waters to all of us in the anchorage. It reminds us that we're in another country with different traditions, culture, and it spiritually sets the tone for us for the day. Here is such a contradiction, as soon as the call to prayer finishes, out comes the tourist pirate ship cruises, and they sail past our door, ready for a day of sightseeing, swimming, and not to forget, partying. After the cruise ships leave, emerges the action water sports. For those people seeking more adrenaline rush with jet skis, paragliding and tubing. Sometimes they're a little bit too close to Expedition Barefoot, causing some rocking and some waves, but the upside of that is they come so close that we can see their wide eyes and the expression on their faces as they go past. It's great entertainment. Strolling through the heart of Marmaris village, we discover a beautiful promenade, and it seems to beckon everyone as the sun begins its descent, casting a golden glow over the landscape. It's so nice to see locals and tourists alike gather and soak in the serene atmosphere, enjoying the cooler temperatures of the evening and savouring the sunsets. Marmaris seems to be a lovely town with some captivating statues and lush gardens that add a touch of artistry to this coastal paradise. John patiently waits for me as I meander through the shopper's haven with bustling markets and boutique shops, carpet and rug sellers where you can find really cool local treasures. The culinary scene here has something for everyone's taste. We really enjoy delicious restaurants serving fresh seafood, as we catch very little in the Mediterranean, with traditional Turkish delights and international cuisine.
Buon appetito?
Teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.
What do we have here?
Well, this is mastic, apparently. Ice cream and a variety of halva, snow halva.
Okay folks, so just wanted to show you the yummy things that you can get in Turkey. Would you like to point them out, honey?
Well, on this side, this started off last night as a full box of baklava and sweets. Pistachio nuts, yeah. This is halva, H-A-L-V-A, which is really, really nice.
It's wicked.
Tahini, and I don't know what it is inside, but anyway,
it's really wicked.
It's really nice. And this is Turkish delight and Turkish delight variations. Some wrapped in nougat and pistachio nuts, etc., etc. So
and double rose Turkish delight, the little red ones. Here also boasts the best place to have boat repairs done or find boat supplies, which is really handy. So if you ever have the opportunity, we would recommend you visit Marmaris. With its vibrant colours and endless opportunities, is a destination where beauty of the landscape is only rivaled by the warmth of its people. Marmaris is a place where the wonders of nature and the charms of the seaside village combine to create a truly unforgettable experience. And now that the tourist busyness of the pirate cruises and the water sports have finished for the day, we're returning back to the comfort and privacy of the lovely Expedition Barefoot to soak up some of that ambience. But wait, we forgot to tell you what happened in town.
While shopping in a pharmacy, a charming elderly gentleman with an arm wound was in need of help. The pharmacist was in a flap, saying that he needed to go to hospital to treat the wound because the wound was so large. I offered my services, and Colin and Irene were elated that they did not have to go to hospital and that they could have their wound fixed up here in the pharmacy. So here you see the wound is a big U-shaped flap of skin with a significant gap at the lower edge.
I have to smile when she takes a photograph.
But you're very lucky he's here.
I've had a glass of wine and a soda water, and Colin's just had a mojito. But it was nothing to do with that, we just had one.
The key when you're dealing with these kind of wounds is to try and stretch the existing skin over the open wound to reduce the gap to as small as you can possibly achieve. The smaller the gap that's left at the end, the faster the wound will heal. It's also important to realize that the skin is the best dressing you can ever have for any open wounds, and even if the skin is completely detached, use the skin to cover the wound and it will heal much faster than if you leave the wound open.
So you left a bit of bark on the door, did you?
Just a bit. I was afraid they were going to sue me for damage to the door.
So using the flap of skin or a completely separated bit of skin heals like a graft, and new circulation grows into the skin in most instances. So here I'm using steri-strips, and I attach the steri-strip to the flap first, and then I use traction on the flap to pull it down over the open wound. So the trick with this is always if you can minimize the gap between the skin of the flap and the rest of the skin. I do this across all the different areas of the wound, and the final result looks very good. Whenever you pull a dressing off from a wound, always pull towards the middle. So this
Okay.
you pull that way.
Right.
That's it, you pull that way, yeah.
All right. I haven't got to wash for 3 months. Then it'll fall off.
I also then use a non-stick dressing, which Colin can keep on for 5 to 7 days, during which time the skin should completely reattach itself and heal up. The only reason to ever remove this dressing would be as if there was bleeding, oozing or pus bulging underneath the wound, and it had to be cleaned up. As long as it stays clean and dry.
Yeah.
You can leave it alone, that's right.
Yeah.
I then apply a bandage to apply a pressure dressing, which needs to be kept on for a day or 2 or longer, because this reduces bleeding and also protects from bumps and other trauma. The pharmacist didn't charge Colin for all the dressings and equipment that he used, and of course this is another free services provided by the Barefoot Doctors. We are often not able to record our services that we provide for free around the world. Thanks very much to Colin for giving us this permission to share this information, and we hope all the viewers get some benefit if you're ever needing to deal with a dressing when you're isolated and have to do it yourself. Use these techniques and hopefully your outcome will be just as good. And it gives power back to the people. Okay, nice to meet you.
And you.
Yep, be careful. Don't walk into any more doors.
All right.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
How much do I owe you?
Professional. You really
How
are.
much for this?
Oh, no, it's okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So
Now you can relax and enjoy the rest of your
Thank
holiday.
you so much.
yeah, you can have another mojito.
He can!
An email from Colin a week later confirmed that everything was good and the wound was healing well. It's even people like Colin that our wonderful Patreons are helping to support. So thanks very much to all our generous Patreons.
And now, let's lift the pick and go explore the waters around Marmaris. Where are we going?
We are going a very long distance, all of about 2 miles. The first bay, we're just going to do bays around Marmaris that are attractive and got good diving and stuff like that. Putting on sunblock.
I feel like one of those frogs, you know, that wipe the oil
Spreads
over
the grease
themselves.
everywhere.
Yeah. This This one looks like a nice little spot right in front of us where a couple of boats have just dropped the pier.
I pulled myself from the propeller as I was coming up from diving on the anchor. And so just while you're under the boat, always just check everything, check your anodes, check for ropes around your prop, that sort of thing. Check for gorgeous women swimming topless beside you. See the mud level, the mud. You can't get up?
The bullies won't get over it.
Okay, I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, go.
It's always important to be able to jump on the back of your boat without the steps down, I believe, because if you fall over, you might need to do it for real. So the key with this is if you're in flat water, you've got to kick with your legs, get a bit of propulsion. If you're in waves, use the waves as the waves push you up, and you're high, then go higher.
Okay.
So
See how he just crawls up?
up on your elbows, and the bushes were nowhere to be seen. And then pull your knees up. You can do it, hon. There you go. Now do it again. Actually, the trick is to get the buzzies over the top.
Yeah, it is.
There you go. And then roll up with all the grace of a beached whale.
Cheers for that. Beautiful colour of the water, isn't it?
It is.
It's just magic. Have you got sparkles? Can you see sparkles on the water?
sparkles, yes.
Gorgeous. Sparkles. You're so strong. Give yourself some quad exercises. Don't do it. You'll do your knees in, honey. So we're coming up to a place called what?
Phosphorus cave, apparently.
And this is the cave right there, where the boats are going in and out. And then all these guys are lined up ready to go in. We got to reverse to get it to dig in. Lots of activity around here. We don't mind sharing it with tourists. Look how clear the water is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Go and check the anchor.
Yes, boss. Not great, but for lunch it'll do.
what you can do when you have a catamaran. You can swim under the shade. Look at the colour of the water. This is why they call it, they call Turkey the turquoise coast, because it's beautiful and turquoise blue. Wow. Isn't it gorgeous?
You are, honey.
You're not a bit biased, are you?
No, not biased at all.
So it's lovely. We've got the general up, so we're motor sailing because we're only going short distances.
Well, the wind's only 5 knots actually.
Yeah, and we had to skedaddle out of this guy's path. So he was a third of a mile away from us, so we had to put the motors on. We're going to check out where?
A place called Turunk or something. Turunch. Turunc with that squiggle at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's apparently shopping.
You didn't tell me there was shopping. Shopping!
JD Sports, genuine fake.
Nice. And dipping things.
But here we are also, and we're looking out of the Expedition Barefoot at anchor out there. There's absolutely nothing like being back on the water to give you that sense of freedom.
The bottom line is you're probably as shocked as we are to hear this, but we won't swear and curse about it because that would make us potty mouth. We are a bit bummed about it, but yes, every boat cruising Turkey needs to obtain a blue card to have their black tanks pumped out. Approximately every 2 weeks, and there's no getting around it. But in this respect, perhaps Turkey wins the prize for the cleanest waters in the Med. So come on with us and we'll show you how it's done.
This code, okay, and QR code.
We have to go there with
Yeah, you have to go with the boat.
okay.
Yeah,
And then every time we go,
yeah, you need this.
we need this bit of paper and they scan it with it. How often do we have to empty the tanks?
Actually,
There is no time.
yeah, there's no time.
There's a-
Independent of your staying outside of the bay and how many persons you are,
Okay.
how many liters is the tank, they are calculating
Oh,
all
okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they have a special calculation, I mean the government, the
Okay.
Coast Guard, when they
Okay.
stop you. This number for the pump out boat, they can come
Oh,
and
they come
pick
to
up-
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can come and empty your tank.
Yes, we are in the marina waiting for you. Over.
If your boat is sailing, you can continue to the fuel station. Over.
Okay, we'll go straight to the station then. Over.
Every 14 days in Turkey, you have to have a blue card, which is commonly known as a Pooh card, and you have to go to a pump out station and you have to get your black waste pumped out. So we're here at the pump out station. I mean, it certainly is a pain, but it takes care of the environment. And also when you're swimming around anchorages and things like that, you know pretty well that you're not going to have a surprise floating past you. And that everyone really sticks to the black waste thing with the blue card because they monitor that. So they have a formula that monitors how many people on board, how
many litres that would be per person, per day, and that should give you an indication of when it's time to pump out, or if you're doing the right thing and pumping out and not just sort of tipping it out into the blue. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. It's just a bit of a pain for yachties, that's all. It's too funny when the Pooh station people treat you as friends and, oh, hello, you're back again, and you know, it's pretty funny. Shows that we're regular. Very romantic.
So, those are all the steps you need to take to keep your record clean with the Turkish authorities. The irony here is that the actual laws require you to also have systems to catch your grey water. And of course, no standard charter boats or brand boats have this set up in their boats at the moment. The Turkish authorities up to now have never gone on board any boats to inspect them to see if they are compliant with the regulations. So everyone is just hoping that this never happens. It is interesting though that the Portofino has actually already got the plans in place to make both grey and black water tanks integral as part of the hull structure. The boat will be able to carry 200 litres of black water and 200 litres of grey water, with the ability to have them pumped out or drained as necessary.
Here you can see how the tanks of the boat are built. This we are talking about structural tanks. So it's not the tank that we had on the boat. The boat is part, the structure is part of the tank. And also inside we are going to have some partition to avoid the liquid to shaking when you sail in the bad weather.
It is likely that the Portofino will be one of the few boats that actually comply with Turkish regulations in the future. So as regulations are progressively getting tighter and tighter around the world, we know that our Portofino will be compliant wherever we go. So good on you, Portofino. People have often asked us, when is the best time to go cruising? So here is our take on it.
The wisdom encapsulated in Party's famous quote, "Go small, go cheap, go now," reinforces the importance of not waiting for the elusive perfect time or boat to embark on a life-changing journey of sailing. Delaying your dreams until an ideal moment may never arrive, and as time passes, the opportunity can slip away. This advice is particularly poignant. As we age, for each passing year, the barriers to realising our dreams tend to multiply. Choosing to embrace sailing, even in the modest vessel and less than perfect circumstances, can lead to a lifetime of enriching experiences and profound personal growth, making it essential to seize the moment and to set sail on the voyage of a lifetime. We've been asked many times how old is too old to go sailing, and our response to this is that age should never be a sole determinant of when it is too late to go sailing. Instead, the crucial factors are the health, fitness and mental agility of one's mind and body, and of course knowing and accepting your limitations. You can tailor your sailing adventure to accommodate these constraints, choosing destinations with better facilities, for instance. It's vital to recognise that embracing the liveaboard lifestyle can lead to transformation in your overall health, making you fitter, healthier and more agile simply due to the dynamic nature of sailing. Therefore, age becomes a mere number in the grand narrative of your journey, and by adapting to your abilities, you can ensure that sailing becomes an invigorating and life-affirming adventure, regardless of the years that have passed. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of an exciting way to save lives around the world, join our Patreon family and get up close and personal with us. And we'll see you in the next episode.